Requiem for Libricide is not a theater, nor a performance art piece. It is an event. An event consists of different mediums including theater, performance art, live music, and video installation. As it is obvious by the name, it is a piece about lost knowledge. The knowledge that mankind lost during history due to so many arsons in the libraries. The books, our knowledge, our history have been burned, and so many names and many things have been erased like they have never existed. The language and the words play a certain role in this piece. The language used in a Requiem for Libricide does not belong to a certain period of time. It changes and evolves as the show goes on. Like we're walking in the dark tunnel of history, facing new eras and new people. As the first part of the event, a man in a black robe meets the audience. He's quiet as if he's performing a ritual. Sometimes he whispers in the ear of some audience as if he reveals a secret. You will be burned. You will be vanished from the face of the earth with a blink of an eye. Then he leads audience to another floor. Everything is dark and the only light we see is coming from candles. In the first floor, which is actually beneath the entrance room, the video installation is being played. A man and a woman is narrating the story of a library in an archaic language. The man is standing in a TV set at the left, and the woman at the right, while a third video is being played at the center representing some images of a vast sea and different cities, and a man, a walker in black, who passes all those castles and realms and seas and even times. When the video stops, the first performer in the black robe appears again. This time he speaks loudly. He quotes some parts of the video as if he's a fortune teller and telling the audience their unchangeable destiny. Then he leads them to another floor where the live part begins. This floor is above the entrance hall. Here the first performer, named as number 0, disappears for a minute and then comes back in a different role. He plays a spring drum and sings some part of Gatha, which is the holy poems of Avesta in Old Persian language. There is a table at the center of the room, and there are 4 performers wearing black outfits that belong to no specific period of time but remind of costume of circles of brotherhood. Sitting at the table, hands down, eyes closed, and not moving until number 0 finishes singing. After number 0 left, they start to move and search in the hills of papers on the table. With the sound of the strike of a singing bowl by one of the performers, they all bring out their matches and light the candles in front of them. Every time the performer number 4 make a sound out of the singing bowl, the performers light and put out the candle's fire periodically, and with every time that the darkness realms and the light turns back, their accent language evolves slowly. There are 2 women, number 1 and number 2, and 2 men, number 3 and number 4, at the table. The play is set as though the women and the men cannot see each other. The women are only capable to sensing each other, and so are the men, like they are present at the same place in different diversions of time. Sometimes they can sense the presence of the other like an echo of a distant time, but cannot completely comprehend what is going on. The 2 women are like one soul divided in 2 corpses, and they are not earthly. They are like sisters of the faith. They write and read and then burn what they wrote. Sometimes they do believe in themselves, and sometimes they doubt. Their characters changes little by little, like they're fallen angels who can slowly feel what is like to be human. The men but are like lost souls. They only read the papers, and each time they turn into what they read. They become blind, become lovers, become light, and become darkness. They speak in different languages, some that do not even exist. They're like mankind during history, but slowly they take control of the fate. They gain the quality to rule the fate. They anonymously control the women characters. Their parts in which the performers interact with audience, ask them things, and bring them to their game. The result of such actions depend on the reaction of audience. If they answer, the dialogue between the performer and the audience is supposed to go on, and if they don't, the performer continues her or his own scenario, not paying attention to the audience. The third part of the event is the live music. The two men discover the musician following a map like the raiders of a cave full of treasure. And when they do, the musician, a woman playing guitar and a man playing kamanche start to play. The singer joined them eventually, singing some poems by Khayyam, renowned Persian poet. His poems are mostly about the ephemerality of life. Two women are able to hear the music, and they connect to the musicians. They cry as they continue listening to the music, knowing there is no rescue for what they lost. Now they're completely human. A human with a burned history, no past and no future. No hope except for the music itself. The lights go out and number 0 appears again in the entrance hall, speaking of what mankind have lost and what will become of him, leading the audience to the exit door. As it is obvious, the show is about words, language, and history. It is about lost dialogue between men. It is about names that history does not remember, though they made a change. It is about the selection process of history, due to which some parts of man's destiny remains unknown to us. It is about the words that gave life to meanings and imaginations. The words that gave meaning of life, and now they're lost. Men are incapable to understanding each other. They share time and life together, but lost a great deal of their knowledge through the fire they put on themselves.